What is up, everybody? Welcome back to the Happy Hour podcast. I'm Cousin P. That's my co-host, May May. And this is this ain't episode 18, is it? No, it's episode 16.
Oh, you're getting ahead of yourself. Can't count,
getting
apparently.
way ahead of myself.
I'm getting too excited.
I know. I'm ready to get to 100. See what happens then.
Oh my gosh. Yeah, that would be really nice.
I'm going to start skipping numbers. Just like, hey, we made it. We did it. You ready
40
for that
episodes
party?
in, we're at 100.
Oh, my God. I'm ready to party. It's so hot. And I just came back from San Diego not too long ago. So, I'm still
in
there.
that party mode, I see.
I'm still
got
there.
The shades on and everything.
I don't even want to come back. I'm so mad I had to come back. Oh my God. That's why I'm rocking this shit right now. But first off, I just want to thank everybody for listening. Anybody who's listening to this on the streaming services, appreciate it. Make sure you follow us and leave a review. And YouTube watchers, make sure you subscribe.
And like our stuff.
And comment. Yeah,
we want to know what you guys think.
You know how many people hit me up in the DMs with opinions about my show or about our show? And then I go to the YouTube platform and it's fucking dry as shit.
Yeah, I wish people would comment. I want to know what people are thinking.
Yeah.
Because our views are going up and we're doing pretty good.
Yeah, I want people to honestly, I know there's a lot of you guys out there that don't agree with what I'm saying. And that's fine. And you have a lot to say in my DMs? No, call me out. Put it out there. If you think you can go toe for toe with me, come on, let's get it.
Oh my God, I just want to hear what people's opinions are.
Yeah.
I don't have to go toe for toe. Just let me hear your opinion.
I'm going to go toe for toe. That's why they won't do it.
Bullhead.
They be seeing how
well.
They be seeing how well I be going at it with the debates and shit. They don't want no piece of this.
Yeah, I'm sure that's why they message you in your DMs, letting them know what they think.
Yeah, because I can't humiliate them there.
Oh, okay. So
anyways, we got the bartender here too. What's up, bartender?
Well, hello. Nice to have you back.
Yeah. What are we drinking on today, bartender?
Little pina colada.
Hey, I like the way that sounds. It goes right along with my vacation in San Diego.
Should get you a little buzz.
I heard these things are actually really strong.
That's great.
Yeah.
Cheers.
Cheers.
Guess what you forgot to do?
What'd I do? Oh, shit. We're open for business. Ooh. Mm-hmm. Oh. Okay. It's going to be a good episode. It's gonna be a good ass episode. All right. So the review of the last week's menu.
Yeah.
Bartender, what was that question?
Well, it was, if they wanted to, they would. If yes or no.
They wanted to, they would. We got into a pretty big debate about that.
Because I said yes.
You say yes, and my answer was no. But to elaborate, what was your reasoning? So why was it yes for you?
Because I feel like if that person really wanted to put effort in, they would. I feel like there's maybe a small amount of reason why someone could maybe not want to do something. But at the end of the day, I feel like a lot of people just go to that excuse. You know? It's just I don't know.
Yeah. I think, so for me, the answer was no, because, I'm not going to make my wife responsible for my happiness.
I don't think that's what it means.
No, that's to me what it is.
That's true.
When I say if they wanted to, they would. Maybe they don't want to because they just, there's something there. There's a validated reason. Maybe there's a validated reason, so it's gonna do that. But I don't want to devalidate anything that she doesn't want to do. I want to kind of learn why, and then at the end of the day, my focus isn't really on what they're doing. It's what I'm doing. You know what I'm saying? Like at the beginning of our relationship, there was a lot of hyper focus on what is she doing for me? And what ended up happening was, it was anytime she wasn't doing for me, I wasn't being aware of what I wasn't doing. So we would get into arguments about it, and she would call me out for something. Oh, well, you're not doing this. And I would call her out for that. Well, you're not doing that. And it's well, why am I so hyper focused on her and I can't even get my own shit together in his own relationship. You know what I'm saying? Like, so.
Yeah, but like as in a relationship, you are like two people. Like, you're not 100% responsible for their happiness, but you are for some of it. So I feel like if that person really wanted to put in effort or wanted to be, see, but here's the thing also, when I think of this question, I think of it as like dating. If that person really wanted to be with you, they would commit to be with you. That's how, that's honestly how I feel, you know, put in the effort and everything. So I get what you're saying. Cause like, yes, like I'm not 100% responsible for Jody's happiness, but I'm a big part of it. Like he's a big part of mine. So I don't know.
Like I'm happy in my relationship, but you know, like if my wife has a bad day, it's not going to determine how I feel. You know, like if she has a bad week, it's also not going to determine how I feel about our relationship.
But that's different. That's different than like putting an effort of like if that person wanted to or not. That's like two different aspects of it.
Yeah, but sometimes that person can't. You know, like maybe they're burnt out. I don't know. Like I just feel like because relationships have so many ups and downs, you have to like be willing to weather the storm and not be so hyper focused on what the other person's doing. Like, well, what are you doing for the other person? How much are you catering to them? I don't know. That's just the way I think about it. But
Bartender.
the reason, well, before we get to the results, the reason why we are even doing these questions now for the listeners, you already know we have a contest going for the last 5 episodes. Whoever gets to 3 wins, the best 3 out of 5 gets to pick
one of our subscribers to win a gift card.
Boom.
So next episode we will have someone chosen.
Yep.
You have, I mean, honestly, until next Wednesday to subscribe, and then we would choose then, and then we would let you know by Saturday. I think we've never done one of these before, so we're gonna test it out.
You won't know this Saturday. You'll know the next the following one. So
yes, I'm sorry.
Yeah, so the next episode we'll reveal it then. But yeah, Megan's 100% right. You have until then to from now till then to hurry up and subscribe, so that way you could be one of the lucky ones or possibly one of the lucky ones. And I am not going cheap on this reward. It's not going to be a little $25 gift card. It's going to be something nice. So right now, the score is 2 me to Megan. So this is the tiebreaker.
I'm going to win.
All right, bartender.
I'm going to win.
I wish I had a way to do a drum roll here for you.
I know. I should have downloaded that sound.
The final tally. No's, 10. Yeses, 14. Looks like Megan wins this one.
I win.
No's 10. Yeah, I'm surprised it was even that close.
I'm kind of surprised too.
Yeah, so if you listened to the last episode, I called it. I was like, that's going to be the question, or this is going to be the question, and more than likely you are going to win that, just because I feel like
you're taking the more like what's it called? A devil's advocate road, I guess. I mean, you agree with it, but like you're going the opposite. You're thinking the opposite.
No, really what it is that, and this is no shade to anybody. I really appreciate everyone for even participating, so please don't take this personal, and please don't take this the wrong way. Because there's not one absolute, there's not one right way to do things. I just feel that one of the things that ruin a lot of relationships is entitlement. I do. I think a lot of marriages fail because over time, you're not going to get. I'm sorry, guys. Like whoever's thinking that you're going to ride off on the horses and unicorns and shit into a 10-year marriage and be happy and they're still doing all the same shit. You're probably not going to.
It's rare.
I mean, energy is a real thing.
It's like less effort, more entitlement.
Yeah, like I don't, like the love in my marriage is still there. Me and my wife still put a lot of effort into our relationship. We do a lot of fun shit. We do a lot of things that we didn't do at the beginning of our relationship, but then there's also a lot of things at the beginning of our relationship that we don't do now. And
you progress as you are together with somebody.
Exactly. And, there are things at the beginning of the relationship that I miss. but I know that that's like a false expectation to have of my wife. And I know like a lot of times people have these crazy expectations of their partners that make it easy for them to give up on their relationship. So that's, that is why I do think a lot of people do agree with that, because a lot of people are comfortable with feeling like they deserve something from another person instead of thinking about what they can give the other person.
I don't feel like that's entitlement.
I think that's entitlement.
Oh man, I agreed with you until you said that. I don't feel like it's entitlement. I just think it's like a courtesy. You're with somebody, you should. If you know that person wants to be with you, like why are you holding back? If you want to.
So you're only thinking, okay, so
like I said, it's like dating.
Yeah,
like, it's
so
different for a relationship.
Yeah, like you think about it in a commitment level.
Yeah.
But I tell you, most people are not thinking of it that way. Most people are thinking about it as far as being catered to, right? Like as far as being spoiled. Like when I look up some of the answers and some of the replies, like on Twitter under like that tweet that we responded to, that's what a lot of people were talking about. Like, if one man won't, then another man will. If you think that you deserve, a vacation to Tahiti, and your partner is not buying you plane tickets to Tahiti, then find another man who can. And that's what I'm saying. Like, that's like the entitlement portion. Like, yeah, if you're wanting commitment, if you're wanting commitment from somebody and you feel like you deserve that commitment, that's not entitlement. That's not. But yeah, go find someone who will commit. But in the sense of, as far as catering, no, you're not entitled to that. Like when my wife caters to me, I'm not expectant of it, but I am honored by it. But if I did expect it, would I be as honored by it? Would it mean that much of a great deal if I was already expecting her to do it? Maybe not.
Yeah, I totally see that, and I agree with that.
Yeah.
So I think for that instance, I would have like stipulations. Like you can't have like crazy expectations.
No.
Like reasonable expectations, that people could do.
Mm-hmm.
And like if they didn't want to, they could definitely find someone who could. So I guess in the same aspect, I still agree with that statement.
Yeah.
But reasonable shit. I'm not talking about like take care of me type shit. I don't want to work and you pay for everything, rent,
Right.
bills, all that. Phone,
Or even give me flowers
nails,
every week or shit like that.
get my hair done, all that kind of shit.
That shit is that's I don't know. That's hella vain.
It's like that's a privilege, and if you're able to be with someone that can do that, that's great. But like you shouldn't expect it.
Right.
Yeah. I don't know.
Yep. So let's move into the main course. Let's see what's on the menu. Let's get to eating. So you sent me a video. I found it actually kind of interesting. I agree with a lot of it, but for, I guess, different ways. So the video, they talked about being upfront during dating scares men off, right? Like if a woman is upfront about what her expectations are from her man, then a lot of guys cancel themselves out and run off.
I agree with that.
Okay.
Because I feel like it does scare men off.
Mm-hmm.
I feel like it's like intimidating. Like a man doesn't want to be told this, and this, and that. They want to be the one in charge. So to have someone like so upfront, I feel like it can scare men off.
Yeah.
And I don't, because I'm a woman.
You're
I've
a
been
woman
there.
that I've dated.
I don't understand what the big deal is, because I feel like if you're just upfront about those type things, but then again, there's a lot of relationships. For instance, if we refer this to like marriage, a lot of relationships where like the guy probably wasn't ready to get married and then ended up getting married because he found the person he wanted to be with. So like, I feel like that does happen a lot, but I don't know why it scares men off when women are upfront about it.
This is my way. So I'll answer that, but this is my way of thinking. I believe that not everybody is for me. You know what I'm saying? Like, not everybody can handle me. Not everybody can handle you. So if someone like you were to be upfront with a guy, I think it scares them off, not necessarily because they're intimidated, but because maybe they're being honest with themselves.
Like they can't handle it? Not that
they, well, sure. But maybe it's also too that's just not them. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like if I said to a girl, like, my expectations is to wait till marriage for sex.
And then have 10 kids out right after.
I mean, if I said something like that, some women may go, yeah, that's not me.
That's true.
And then, is that technically them being scared off? No, I don't think so. I just think that's them knowing that, okay, that's just not something I'm willing to do. So that's why I think guys do it. I think it's...
I feel like women are more, they will try to appease more to that kind of stuff than men will.
Yeah.
I feel like men, as soon as they, not all men, but I've dealt with some men that just like, they just like, we talk, I let them know what I want, and they're like not a part of it, which is fine.
Yeah.
But I lost my train of thought.
Well, you know what I think, okay? So...
Yeah.
Because I kind of disagree. I don't think it's that women are more willing to go along with men's expectations. I think that men just have less expectations. I think men don't ask as much as women ask from men. I think part of it is, cultural beliefs. It's wrong to say, hey, I only like skinny women, or hey, I only like women that are under 5'4", or hey, I like women who have curvy figures. So sorry that your body doesn't, fit my needs. But women can say those things. Women can openly have those requirements or those expectations, and men just kind of have to be okay with that. So
I agree.
When it comes to like things that typically guys say with women, like, for example, like whenever I've been upfront with a girl, it's really, really simple, stupid shit. Like, I expect you not to cheat. I expect you to be honest with me.
I mean, why do you even have
I
to say
expect you
that?
to be
It's really sad
right.
you have to
That's
say
what I'm saying.
that.
Like most of the time, like guys have simple expectations. It's like the regular mundane shit that you should do in a relationship. But for women, a lot of their expectations, not a lot, but some of their expectations are things that are kind of out of our control. Things that it's already happened. I don't want a man with kids. Well, fuck.
That happens
Sorry.
to women all the time. Happens to women just as much as men. Do you know how many single moms are out there, and then they start dating and people won't date?
Do you know how hard you would get flamed if you said you don't want to date a single mom? You would get...
People say it all the time.
Yeah, not out in public. Not like the way women do. Women are saying it on podcasts. But if you say that in public, man, you would get canceled so quick because you cannot talk bad about single moms. You just can't.
If you don't want to date someone with kids, that's fine.
That is fine. But trust me,
people just want to cancel. They just want something to do.
I just think
y'all got nothing to do and want to cancel everybody.
Well, I just think that, not to throw shade, but I guess I'm gonna throw some shade.
You can't say that and then not throw shade.
I know, it's crazy. And, it's like anytime someone go, I'm gonna tell you something that you didn't know. It's gonna be some fucking shit that you shouldn't have been told. It's always gonna be like, so like even when people go like, well, I'm not gonna try to be, I'm not gonna try to like say something personal. They know they're gonna say something personal. So
I'm gonna say something. Hope you're not mad.
I'm gonna apologize, but I think a lot of women are hella sensitive.
We're women.
Huh?
We're women. I don't know what to expect.
I think a lot of women are sensitive about their circumstances versus men have to just accept it. I think, and also too, a lot of women can do things about their circumstances too that men can't. Well, they can now. Like
you
if you're
make
like
men sound so just like helpless. You guys are not. You guys are
I'm not saying we're helpless.
That's what you make it sound like.
Okay, socially, I think that women have way more advantages socially than men do.
It's not our fault. We can keep a conversation.
No,
have you tried talking to some of these guys?
What I'm saying socially,
one word conversations.
No, what I'm saying socially is you can be an average looking woman and make money off your looks, but you have to be like the top dog to make money off your looks as a guy. You have to be. You have to be Chris Hemsworth or Tyson Beckford or one of those guys. But you can't be apprentice and make money off your looks. This is not like, I'm not saying I'm an ugly guy, but I mean it hasn't happened yet, and I'm 30 years old, so I know that's just not in my calling. But someone like you can make money off your looks. You could post on OnlyFans and get paid. If I posted my shit on OnlyFans, ain't no one coming to see that shit.
No one to see a dick pic.
You know what I'm saying? So yeah, it's like socially, there's a lot more advantages that women have. Also too, there are things that you could do to change your social status. Like, even though, so now, I don't know if you ever heard of men are able to get, I think it was called a DBL. You know that? Men are able to get a DBL. So like women can get a butt lift, men could get their shit injected and it enlarged now.
I mean, I'd hope it worked the same.
I don't know if it will, but it can happen. But men are not doing that openly. Like women are doing it openly, you know?
Well, I mean, that's different. Like, women do that so everyone can see it.
Right.
Know? Men do it for the bedroom.
And
So,
the
of course, we're
moment
not
that
going to put that publicly.
The moment that they do that, they're top of the game. They can go anywhere now. They can get a ball player. Shit, if they lucky. It's like that Kanye West song, A Workout Plan. Oh, okay. Yeah. All right. Yeah, so that's my opinion. All right, my opinion is that men get scared off just because they know that they don't fit the bracket. And maybe they don't want to. Maybe the woman has crazy ass expectations. I don't know.
I don't know. Well, no, I do agree. I just think our reasonings are different.
Yeah. Okay. Next thing on the menu.
Where'd this one come from?
I just thought of it, man. It was it was like an off the wall ass question I was thinking to myself. Cause I was wondering, like, how do guys get into these situations? Like, how do they get into a situation where this happens and their girl is okay with it? And if she wasn't okay with it, what happens to those guys? Right? So the question is, and this is for you, is there a correct way? Let's say Jody. Let's say Jody was asking, is there a correct way to ask for a threesome?
I mean, I just think there's like appropriate timing, but I feel like you could just ask.
How would one guy ask a girl, his girlfriend?
Well, I feel like a really good way to maybe watch a movie or something where someone's having a threesome, so she could see it, right? So she could see it, and then be like,
Just,
throw the idea out there.
wouldn't
Would
that
you
be
want to
cool?
try? Yeah, something like that. Like,
Hey, look at them.
That's
They're
interesting.
having fun.
Would you ever do something like that? And then that leads into the conversation.
Hey, babe.
I'm not
I
talking
got
about
a
like
movie on.
there's movies or shit like that, or like you can put like a movie. I mean,
Could you name a movie with a threesome? Like, that's not a porno. Name a movie with a threesome.
I've seen it. I've seen movies with that before.
Something with Ryan Reynolds.
Ryan Reynolds.
Probably.
He probably does. Yeah, I saw
But
it.
I'm just saying, or then put some porn on and be like, hey, you want to try this? Couples watch porn together. There's nothing wrong with that.
Okay. That's the way to ask?
No, but that is a way.
Okay.
The other way would be just to ask at the appropriate time. Don't ask me when I'm at dinner with my family. You know, ask me while I'm at home.
Come home from work, lay in the bed. Hey, babe, I'd like to have a threesome. That's appropriate?
Why not?
No. Okay.
Why not?
Why not? Why
Yeah.
not ask?
Why would it be inappropriate? That's your partner. If they came up with that idea, all they can say is no.
I don't know. I mean, like, okay, so if
I would ask why you ask
there
that.
you go. But
I don't feel like that's wrong.
I think that's where the issue comes in. Like, if my wife came home and was like, "Hey, babe, I want a threesome," there's going to be a flood of questions that are going to fucking come up. Mm-hmm. You know, like
you asked me the appropriate way to ask. You didn't ask me how I would respond. To be fair.
That's why I'm wondering. Like, I'm wondering if there really is, like, because I feel like there would be a lot of danger in that. Like, if my wife asked me for a threesome, whether it's a man or a woman, my question would be, what's going on? like I would have to know, like, are you fucking seeing somebody? Are you thinking about seeing somebody?
Why do you have to make it so negative? What if that's just something they've always wanted to experience?
Because
it's not like they didn't have fantasies before they were with you.
Well, see,
you know what I mean?
I guess maybe my thoughts are a little jaded because I'm in a relationship that's been 6 years long, right? So in these 6 years, I know for a fact that fantasy was at the beginning of the relationship.
That's not gonna happen,
right? So within these 6 years, what has happened that has caused you to want a threesome? And that question would be the one that popped in my head. Like, okay, like, was there somebody that you saw that you were like, you know what, I'd fuck him. And I'd fuck him with my husband. Like, that shit would no.
Okay,
so
you want to know something?
Go ahead.
We were watching. Jody and I were watching something, and it popped into my head. So I asked him. I was like, "Would you ever have a threesome?" And he said, "Yeah." And I said, "I would have it with 2 women. Of course, 2 guys is too much dick. Can't do that." I wouldn't want to do that.
That's funny. Too much, dude.
But I just asked randomly. I just feel like it's not a weird question. I don't feel like it's a weird question.
You don't feel like
If
it's
you
a weird
don't have
question.
like,
I feel like it's a weird question.
Because you sound kind of jealous, like because your first thought is
jealous. Yeah, I don't want some other nigga dicking my girl down like that.
What if it was
Does that
another
make me jealous?
female?
Yeah, no. What? No.
Why? Mine, right?
Here we go. Like everyone's gonna be like, "Oh, this guy's a fucking prude." Like, no. It's like that weird thing where it's like, I get to watch you share something that I've had with you. I get to watch you share that with somebody else, man or woman.
Well, you shouldn't
Right?
be watching.
And then-
you should be getting involved. You should just be occupied where you don't have to pay attention to the other person.
but I'm also watching it at the same time. I'm not fucking doing it with my eyes
Put your
closed.
blinders on and get going. If
Yeah, see,
What the
it doesn't work like that with everybody. Like,
no, it doesn't. It doesn't. I don't
know what I'm
see it,
saying?
but
Like-
I don't have a problem with it.
I guess. I mean, because like for me, sex isn't just sex. Like sex isn't just, two people inserting their body parts in one another. Like that's not just what sex is to me. Like sex is like, it's a very, very intimate and special thing. Right. So like if I see, if my partner is sharing that with
agree to
other,
that.
I know you don't. But if like my partner is sharing that with somebody else, it's like, well, I'm going to roll over and like, oh, I love you. Kiss, like,
Get her some
it's
scope, wipe her mouth, and give her a
It's
kiss.
just like,
There's
I
nothing
don't
wrong
know.
with that.
Yeah, this is weird. Like, yeah, I just watched you. If I can share that, the same thing we've been doing for 6 years, with somebody else, I still love you though. Like it's just, I don't like the idea of it. And then plus, it's like one of those things where it kind of blurs the line. Like I have a story. So I had a friend that I think you probably heard the story. Maybe
I think I have.
So I had a friend that wanted to surprise her fiance with a threesome for his birthday. Okay. So her and her best friend, they were already draped up in lingerie when they came home, and they had a menage a trois.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Fancy.
They fucked. They all went to sleep.
Okay.
But in the middle of the night, two of them woke up and decided to start fucking again. But the two was the best friend and the husband or the fiance. So the woman that set up the whole threesome in the first place, she's not even involved anymore. And she was the one that caught her best friend now fucking her man. So where is the line drawn? Like if they,
you know what where the line is? Where a threesome becomes a twosome. That's where the line is drawn. If I'm not involved, why are you doing that? And I feel like you would have to set those boundaries before. Just be like, if I'm not involved, this is a no-go.
But we already fucked. What's the deal? Like I've already,
you should. I'm just
I've
saying,
already
like,
put his
if I
penis
was
in my
in that
mouth, and you're okay with it first time.
If I was in that situation, I would make those stipulations beforehand, kind of like that clear.
I think that'd be the right approach. Definitely,
that would be that story didn't sound like it was the right approach.
Yeah, because the response was so. First, the ending of the story was the woman beat her best friend's ass, and her best friend was like, I thought it was
what did I do wrong?
Yeah, like I thought it was okay because we just, did this. Like so now they're no longer engaged, right? The couple are no longer engaged, and the friends are no longer friends. All because of a threesome. And I'm not saying like that's like the case.
That's not like what happens every time.
I know, but what I'm saying
it's like
is
a worst case senorio. There's a worst case scenario for every situation.
Look, as a man,
don't focus on that.
As a man, if I'm trying to incriminate myself. If I had sex with another woman, what's going to stop you from wanting that again? Like what if the person was doing it better? What if you had a threesome with Jody and the girl was giving that gawk 3000, was blowing his fucking mind? Well, I'm going to make you feel some type of way?
I think I'd be a little bit irritated, but I don't think he would ever admit that to me.
But you would be watching it. You'd be able to see it in live action. I'd be like,
girl, go. I don't want to do that. Do it for me. Yeah, no, I think, honestly, I think it'd be fine. Do that work. I'll focus on something else.
Oh. Threesomes are just like tricky.
Like if I'm watching, like if it's happening while during the threesome, yeah, that wouldn't be bad. But if like he's going to get it after, That's the fucking problem.
Oh yeah, see that would be an issue. But
obviously, no. But it's like during, I was like, no, girl, do that. I don't want.
Yeah, it wouldn't be an
chore.
issue if the person like asked for it again. Like it was like, oh shit, like I want a threesome again with so and so.
Oh,
like now, like is I mean personally as a man, like if it ever happened, which it will never, but if it ever happened where we had a threesome and there was another guy involved, right? And
you would do another guy over a girl?
To me, it's all the same shit. I'm not doing either. I'm not doing a guy or a girl. And I'm not doing a threesome. I just won't do it.
But if you had to choose, like if you had to choose, or like you like you disappeared forever.
Oh, you'd be a girl.
Okay,
yeah,
good.
But like I'm just.
I'm glad you didn't say it was all the same again. I was like, it's not.
It would be a girl, but I'm saying like, okay, if it was a guy, right, and like afterwards, like my wife was like excited to do it again. Like I'd start to be like, you probably enjoyed that a little too much, and I'm not sure if the reason why you enjoyed that was because of me, my performance, right? Like I don't know, like it would just
ask for pointers.
No, hell no, fuck no.
Why?
No.
You think it's weird to like want to learn how to love somebody?
Love somebody?
To fuck somebody? It's the same thing.
It's not this. Whoa, here we go. It is not the same thing, Megan. Loving somebody and fucking them are not the same thing.
Okay. Maybe I said that too quickly.
I'm not talking, and I'm not. Trust me, I'm not mincing your words as far as like loving someone intimately. I'm talking about the action. Like
when I said loving somebody, you looked at me like I was crazy. So I was like, fucking
making love and fucking are not the same thing.
They're not the same thing.
And if someone was making love, like no. See that would be the issue too.
Let's say like you are and you don't. I mean, what if you want to tell your partner, "Hey, Bucko, maybe you could improve this." I have no idea.
There are so many other ways to do it without a threesome. There's sex therapists. I talked to a sex therapist.
That sounds more expensive. I feel like a threesome's free.
Nah, a threesome is more expensive because it could damage your relationship.
Oh, it's worth more. It could damage more.
It could damage your relationship. Hell yeah. Jody can go back for that Gawk 3000 that he was getting from Jessica.
No.
I hope there's no real Jessica out there that you guys know mutually.
No, we don't.
Okay, thank God. Because I was going to say.
You picked a basic name, so it's good.
You look down like, fuck.
No.
Jessica. That's so funny. All right, next thing on the menu. Okay. So there's been this post that's been circulating on every single woman's page. And I call bullshit on it because it's bullshit.
Maybe not on mine. What are you talking about?
Not on yours, but it's on a lot of them. So this guy posted on his page with his girl, and he says, "Y'all wonder why my girl's so submissive? Because I lead the way and set the tone. I book shit, fix shit, pay bills, make sure she got money in her purse, even though she got her own. Get her shit she like, take her all around the globe, drop heavy dick, and talk hella shit in her ear when I'm dropping it. I don't cheat. I make her feel like she ain't got shit to worry about because I'm around. I listen to her. I apologize when I'm wrong. I don't gaslight her. I lead by example. That's why she's submissive. Take note, fam. And she is a alpha female. She ain't no gullible woman. I just do what I'm supposed to do." So my question is, because I call bullshit, I call major bullshit. Does a man need to be an alpha in order for a woman to be submissive?
No. I feel like a man needs to make a woman feel secure for her to be submissive.
Okay.
But I feel like depending on what you think is secure differs from how people like behave. You know what I mean? Yeah.
Now, I'm not going to sit here and like act like I'm the greatest shit to ever hit the earth, but I think that there are women out there that just are not submissive. I think that's just not something that they want to do.
Yeah, not all women are submissive.
I think there's a lot of women that are not submissive. I think the idea of women submitting just kind of goes against a lot of feminist views.
Right, but like, for instance, this question is like referring to that specific, like, I guess, is it demograph?
Yeah, I mean, I guess,
area of people.
So, like, to women that want to be submissive, yeah.
That would be, yeah.
That I 100% agree with. But the reason why I called bullshit on this whole post is because that is not the norm.
No,
Like,
that's not normal. She got the fucking golden ticket right there.
oh, I'm not talking about her. I'm talking about him. I'm saying like
He's
women.
the golden ticket. That's very rare.
I'm saying women are not submissive. Women are not the norm. You can be an alpha male, and your woman probably won't submit.
That's not true. There's what? There's more women that are submissive, and honestly, it can be negative too, where they just deal with shit and just stay. There's not a lot of women that will stand up for themselves and
I
do what
don't
they
know.
need to do.
I've dated a lot of women.
Yeah, and I have
I'm
some friends that
I'm not
don't do
I'm
that.
not the
and I
hottest
have
shit that drop on the earth, but
stories.
I do a lot of
I
that
hear all the
shit.
tea. Okay.
Yeah.
I hear it. Women just deal with shit, and then they finally get sick of it, and then they leave. But there's some women that.
But is that
just won't-
submissive though, or is that gullible?
That's not gullible.
I don't know. If you're dealing with a whole bunch of shit, that
not
doesn't sound
gullible.
like gullible to me. Like, I don't know. Like, so how do you define submissive? Before we get too deep, how do you define submissive?
That's a good question. Give me a second. I feel like for me, the definition of submissive would just be like someone who just. So for me, in my instance, I like my partner to be alpha. I mean, I'm very alpha as well, but I like my partner to lead. So, but I like that in like all aspects, relationship, sex, all that kind of stuff. So I like that stuff. So for me, my definition would be someone who like follows the leader. I guess it's like a kid's version of way of saying it, dumbed down.
Okay. Could you give me an example of that in a relationship? So, what would be an example of you being submissive?
Like if Jody will make plans for a day, then I'll just be like, okay, we're gonna do it. There's really no like question. Oh, I want to know what we're doing because I'm nosy, and I get excited because I like surprises. But like I don't question it.
Okay.
I go along with it.
Now let me ask you another question.
Okay.
Because here's where this is where we dig into how submissive.
Okay.
Okay. If you're going out with a couple friends and there's two guys in this friend group that you're going out with, and Jody doesn't approve of one of them, then he says, I don't want you going out. Are you like, okay, he's an alpha. He leads. He takes care of my shit. He pays my bills. He drops heavy dick. He talks hella shit. That's what the nigga was saying. But are you now like, okay? Because that.
I feel like that's controlling. I feel like that's like really controlling, not really submissive. And I feel like, honestly, if there's a valid reason why he doesn't like the person, if it's just straight jealousy for no reason, that's some bullshit. But if it's like a legit reason, maybe he crossed a boundary and stuff like that, then I can understand my partner feeling that way.
Okay. But that's what the alpha male told you. He said, hey, babe, I don't want you hanging around with them because Joseph be acting the fool.
I'd be like, okay, I'll ignore him. I'll see you later.
No, I don't want you to go.
Okay, bye. I don't
See,
control
there you
me.
go. Once, there it is.
But like, okay, submissive 100%? No, that's controlling.
So there you go.
But it depends on the aspect of this as well.
And that's why I think that it's not. I think that's bullshit. I think that it's not really okay. So yes, as a man, you do have to make
She
your woman
probably
feel.
fucks the pool boy.
Maybe I don't know, but as a man, like you do have to. I'm not gonna say alpha because not everybody is an alpha. Not everybody's an alpha. But you do have to provide security. Like if a woman feels safe, then they typically will allow you to lead. But not every woman is going to be fully submissive. There are certain things that they are willing to be submissive on, and things that they're not. For my wife, and I'm not taking her around the globe and doing all that shit that he was saying that he was doing. I do drop heavy dick, but but I don't do all of that other shit that he's saying that he does. I mean, when it comes to money, my money is her money is my money, it's our money. So
you guys are married now.
Yeah, there is no I put money in her purse. Nigga, we got the same account.
It's more like the money.
Yeah, exactly. So the bills are paid. I'm not. It's if I pay something, she gonna see it. It's not gonna be like a surprise, bitch.
I know, but if you're making if you're making money versus not making money, when you're married, your money is still your money, whether you're working or not, contributing. So
I hear that. I mean, your
Yeah.
money is still your money, but for some people, I mean, at least in my situation, my money is our money. You know, like
That's how it is in most marriages.
yeah, like when the money hits the account, it's in both. Like we both have the card to the account. But
It's weird to me when people that get married separate their finances because I feel like
that's
just weird to me. I mean, it's just not how I grew up. My parents shared with it, but
you know, there's only one situation for that. Like, and that's so. If your partner had a drug habit back in the day, are you going to bring drugs around? No, I'm not saying like you should be doing drugs, but I'm just saying like you're not going to do that, right? People have spending problems.
that's
Like,
true.
That is an addiction.
That's like a worst case scenario type thing, though. But like the average married couple, they usually share their finances.
They do. The average couple does, and I still even think the average. I think some people in the average couple, you know, relationships, someone has a spending problem. But you know, like for example, in my relationship, my wife is an extreme saver,
And you like to shop, man.
and I like to spend.
You like to shop.
I like to spend. So the way we do it is I deposit the money. Okay, we have our joint account, and then I have a separate account, and then we put money into that account. Whatever is in that account, I can go crazy with. That's just the way how we save money. Does that, you know, like, nah. Anyways, so yeah, I just don't think it takes an alpha male for a woman to submit. I think it really depends on the woman. But at the end of the day, not all the time not everyone's fully willing to submit. My wife, if I say, hey, I don't want you going to this party because I don't trust so-and-so, like so-and-so, like, and typically it has nothing to do with like so-and-so is trying to hit on you. That shit I don't really care about because I know my wife well enough to where she's not going to pay any mind to that shit. It's usually shit like, hey, so-and-so be doing wild shit, and I don't want you around that mess because I don't think it's safe. So I like it if you didn't go. My wife is like, okay, she won't go. Does that make me controlling? No.
I think if you do it every time.
Do
Let
I
her
do it
have
every
fun.
time? No.
That's what I'm saying. I'm just saying.
No. There's a reason, you know, and the reason isn't serving me. The reason is serving us. It's, hey, I don't want you to go because I want you to come home.
Yeah.
You know, like this motherfucker has a DUI. I don't want you out. I'm sorry. Because that person's supposed to be the DD tonight? Yeah, no. You're staying home.
I would figure out another.
Yeah. No.
I've had friends who've had DUIs. I don't like driving with people that have records. Just kind of freaks me out.
Mm-hmm.
Well, at least like if we were to go out drinking, I don't really do that often, so it doesn't really happen. But I've had that happen in the past where I've Ubered home for a situation like that. Like I don't want to drive home with you.
Yeah.
I mean, I'm the type of person. If you say no, I'm going to come up with about 10 different other ways that we can try to figure this out to make it a yes. So I would be like, okay, I'm going to Uber home.
Yeah. I guess. I mean, I hate the term alpha. You know what I don't like the term alpha? I just don't like it because like the people who say that they are, it makes them like
A douchebag?
Yeah, it makes them sound like douchebags. And then the people who aren't, it makes them feel shitty about themselves. And you know, alpha doesn't mean you're doing, you know, you're taking care of all the shit. That's not what alpha means. Like alpha. So there are people out there who have natural leadership skills. They're just natural born leaders. Those are alphas, right? Typically, the person who's the bigger leader in the room is the alpha.
Alpha male, yeah.
Not everybody is made to be a leader, you know, in every sense, right?
Which is fine.
Yeah, they could be a leader in their household, but if you put them around other men, they're probably not going to be the leaders, and that's fine. That's fine. They're nothing. They're not less than, but I bet you they take care of shit still. Mm-hmm. You know.
Yeah, I agree with that.
But with that being said, the reason why I mean I hate the term, but I'm going to use it. Like I consider myself an alpha because naturally, in most situations, I am the leader. In most situations,
I would agree to that. I feel like a lot of people go to you as well for situations. I feel like that's also like alpha energy, I guess. Like, you know what I mean? Like, people will go to you when they need help with something or advice or something like that.
Typically.
A lot of people aren't like that. A lot of people don't have people asking them for
They
help.
don't always like the advice that they get because I'm going to keep it a buck and I'm not going to just, feed them sugar.
Well, then that's on them. But the point is that they still come to you whether they like what you say or not.
Right. And that's kind of how me and my wife's relationship started.
That's probably why a lot of people come to you because you're 100.
Yeah.
You don't want to sugarcoat shit.
Yeah. So I think, that's also maybe the reason why, too, from day one, my wife has always kind of had the respect. Even from the beginning of our relationship, it was always like this. This wasn't something that took a whole bunch of like proving in the far as like, let me take care of bills. Let me take you around the world. Let me do all this vain,
that's just unrealistic.
materialistic
It's just
shit.
unrealistic. Yeah. That doesn't happen. I don't know anyone who has a life like that. Like that I actually know. No one. And I know a lot of people.
And I think the guy was just flexing. That's what I think his whole purpose of that was.
Well, that's what social media is.
Yeah, I think the whole purpose of it was, hey, my wife does what I want. And I'm the fucking man around these streets. That's
like
honestly,
I said, she's probably fucking the pool boy. I'm just saying. Okay, hold on. Speaking of pool,
yes,
that actually leads into the next question.
It sure does.
Okay.
What happened at the pool, Megan? What are we talking
about? The question is, are thong bikinis appropriate at the beach or a pool area?
Yeah. I feel like we're going to breeze through this one really quickly.
Okay, what do you think?
It's hella funny. So when you sent me this, I think you sent it to me.
I did.
Okay. When you sent it to me, I was literally living this situation, meaning I was at the beach in San Diego. In San Diego, it's thong bikini central out there.
It's a lot of ass everywhere.
It's a lot of thong bikinis out there. And plus it's, plastic surgery valley in San Diego. Everybody got it. So, I was able to really actually look at my kids and go, let me see how they're responding to their environment right now. And you know what they were doing?
Playing.
Being fucking kids.
Not paying attention. It was their parents.
Yeah.
Not you, but like probably other kids' parents.
Yeah.
Oh, I can't believe she has her ass out.
Yeah, they weren't saying shit. They weren't, my son wasn't staring. My daughter wasn't, oohing and awing. There wasn't none of that shit. They were sitting there being kids, playing in the water. Yeah, they're watching people, but they're not watching those people. They're not like sitting there.
They don't sexualize it. It's just people, and they're just people at the beach.
So, when I was thinking about how I felt about it, when I was like, okay, how am I feeling about my kids being around this environment? I was like, for a minute, I felt uncomfortable when I was forced to think about it. When you sent me that question, I was like, you know what? The only person that has a problem with this is me. So I need to just get over my shit because my kids don't have a problem with it. Until I tell them that it's a problem, until I make it a problem, then it's a problem.
Don't make it. Yeah,
until
if they came up and asked you, okay, so for instance, what if they came up to you and asked you questions about the woman wearing a bikini? How would you feel about it then?
If I make it a problem, there's a problem.
You'd be like, it's okay. Like she can wear what she wants.
No, I'm gonna be like, well, what about it? Like if it goes, Daddy, that woman is wearing that bikini is really small on her. Why is she wearing it? Well, why are you asking?
She wants to wear it. She wants to wear it.
Well, what's the real question, son? Or what's the real question, Daddy? Well, I don't think she should wear it. Well, she's okay wearing it.
No, I totally agree because so
go ahead. I feel like you got a story. Go ahead.
No, it's not. It's just someone posted this on Facebook and then I commented, and it's funny is because what I told you I said I did type it out, but I changed my answer when I went back to look at it. Because I saw someone.
What'd you say?
Because I was about to say, "Fuck them kids." I'm about to wear what I'm about to wear what I want. And then I changed my answer and I was like, "I'm gonna wear what I want." And then the person was like, it's sad to have that mentality. Blah blah blah. It's like something with self-respect. I need to look at it again because it's been a minute.
That's everybody's definition of self-respect is usually based on the level of comfortability they have within their own bodies. You know what I mean? Like, and, okay, sorry, I'm not even gonna say like their own bodies, but I'm gonna say like how much they're willing to give or willing to show. Whatever you're willing to do is what you're willing to do, but you cannot throw that on other people. You know what I mean? Like,
I was gonna say that.
You know what I mean? Like, if you want to wear fucking dresses down to your ankles with the collar all the way up to your fucking neck, every day of the week like an Amish person, go ahead. I'm not gonna make you feel bad about it. I'm not gonna say that, oh, she's unconfident. She should no, I'm not gonna do that. But at the same time, in the same breath, I'm not gonna put somebody down for showing some cleavage. That's just what it is. Like, if you want to do that, bitch, go ahead and do that. You know? Mm-hmm. It's, I don't know, it's kind of weird to me. Like, now, like, I'm just, like, I did think that way at some point, but there was never any facts or any, like, actual thought that was put into it. Like, when someone asked me a question, I was like, why? Why do you have an issue with it? Like,
You really didn't have an issue with it until someone brought it up. Like, it was never a thought in your mind.
Yeah, I was like, when someone asked me, I was like, oh, I don't even know why I have an issue with this. I shouldn't.
Yeah, but no, someone commented saying, it's really, and then someone else commented saying about self-respect. And that's exactly what I was gonna say is, like, people's definition of self-respect is really different. It's based on their morals.
Yes.
Honestly, I feel like a lot of it is based on their morals and how they grew up.
It's based on their morals.
Yeah, some people are very, like, open with their bodies and okay and accepting. And so they wear whatever they want and are happy with themselves. And there's some people that would never wear something like that out in public, just because of they deem that as being, disrespectful to themselves, I guess.
And they could also be happy with themselves too. There's no right way to do anything. Like, you can't, I don't know. I just don't live in this. No, Megan, they both could be happy with each other, like themselves. There is no one.
That's not what I was saying, no, too.
One way to do something. Like, you could be a strong woman and show skin. You could also be a strong woman and not show skin.
The difference is, like, making it a point to try and force your beliefs onto someone else.
Yes.
If you believe a certain type of way, as long as you live by those morals, and of course it's not like, as long as you live by those morals, like, why does it matter what other people do?
100%.
And that philosophy of, like, thinking has so much relevance to so much that's going around right now.
Yeah.
If people would just mind their own fucking business and just live their life the way they want to live, there would be so much less drama in the world, I believe.
Yeah.
So it'd be so much less anger and just hate and just negativity.
Get them.
You know what I mean? Like, it would just mind your own business.
Preach.
Karen, bye. I hate that shit.
Yeah. I do too. And, to call out some of you parents out there, stop hiding your bigotry behind your children. Okay. I mean, to get off topic just a little bit, the whole Buzz Lightyear movie, it's not a fucking problem. The kids have an issue with it. You have an issue with it. So stop blaming your bigotry on your children. So, let's move on to Answer the Public. Bartender, I know you got some juicy questions from all of you listeners out there.
Yes.
I'm really excited about this. So typically when we do Answer the Public, it's usually strangers on Twitter that we respond to, but I'm excited to actually answer some of the questions from those who've listened. So
actually, truly answer the public.
Yeah, let's do this.
All right. Let's start it off here with a little scantily clad one.
Okay.
Matt gives us a shout, says, if beauty is more than skin deep, then why do we have lingerie?
Because you don't wear lingerie to be beautiful. You wear lingerie because it's fucking sexy. What you talking about, Matt? Come on. I'm joking. No, beauty isn't skin deep. Beauty is a part of the personality.
And nothing wrong with a little bow, though.
And if my wife is wearing lingerie, it's not because she's trying to show me her personality. It's because she's trying to get my dick hard. So that's...
Personality and attraction are two completely different things.
Boom. Right there.
That was my uncle, by the way, who posted that, and it was a joke. I just did send... He commented and commented the other part. I can't believe you started off with that. That's hilarious.
To be fair, he did say it's like a gift wrap.
Oh, yeah, you did
It's
say
a
that?
great
Okay.
way to put it.
Yeah.
I think it's hilarious.
Yeah. No, absolutely. It's, like you said, personality and attraction are two different things.
Completely. Two different categories.
Yeah. And let's not pretend. Let's not pretend out here like we ain't all trying to get wet and our dicks hard. Let's stop.
Okay. Next, bartender, question.
All right. So you kind of brushed on this earlier, so
Okay.
I think it'd be appropriate to bring it back a little bit.
All right.
Okay.
Dating someone with kids. Opinions?
I don't care. I mean,
You have kids.
Yeah, I have kids.
How was your
and
mentality before you had kids?
I talked to 2 other girls with kids before I had kids.
And did you like that experience?
So did I like it? I don't know. It obviously didn't work out, but it wasn't because of the kids. It was just because personality-wise, we really didn't mesh.
That's not my question. My question was, did you like the experience of being stepdaddy?
I wasn't stepdaddy.
Did you like the experience? Was it something that you're not a stepdad right now? You're
No, I'm saying I wasn't stepdaddy. I wasn't stepdaddy to them fucking kids. Like we were just dating. So I guess what I'm saying is like she wasn't off the market or she wasn't off the table just because she had kids for me. You know, it wasn't like one of those things like, oh, bitch, you got kids, we can't date. It was just, okay, you got kids, you know, and you know, when like for example, like my wife, she didn't meet the kids until we were 5 months in a relationship. Mm-hmm. She didn't even meet them until 5 months in. And then after 5 months in, she wasn't step mommy to them right away. Like I didn't put that on her. Like that was something not only did she had to earn from them, because I can't give her that title. They have to give her that title.
You
right?
guys aren't okay. You guys like there's a lot of people that when they get in a relationship, they expect that person to kind of help step in and take that role.
I think that's a huge.
That's my perception of it. I don't have kids.
Then
so.
I think you might have not dated people with kids, because I think most people with kids are very protective of their children, and they don't want everybody coming around their kids.
Well, yeah, I'm not saying like right away, but I'm just saying like I don't know. Never mind.
No, I think most people so to answer it like this. So when I had kids of my own, I was also measuring up the other person's value systems to make sure that they would be a good suit to be around my kids. However, I was also okay with thought that this woman may never be step parent to my kids. Maybe they're just daddy's girlfriend. You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't know. I wasn't throwing that on them. Like if Jasmine, like I loved Jasmine.
How can you do that though? If you're dating someone, kids are part of the package. You can't just separate it.
You can.
You can and you can't, but if you want something serious, you can't separate it like that.
You can.
Just.
I mean, if you have kids, you typically have kids with another person, right? So I'll give you an example, okay? Me and the mother of my kids, we have shared custody. It's not 50-50. I get the kids during the week. She gets them every other weekend, okay? If she were to see somebody, which actually she is, and they're pretty serious, and you know he has kids of his own, so he's actually stepped into the picture. But if she wasn't okay with that, she has 10 days to spend time with this man, and then when she has the kids, he goes home.
But that's not forever. You can't do that forever.
That could be. That is for some people.
That's unhealthy. You should not want to keep them separate
Megan,
like that.
you're not the judge of what's healthy and unhealthy. If they love it and it works for them, it's healthy, baby. It works.
That's not true. You can't just say because someone thinks it's healthy. People have toxic relationships all the time. They might think something is healthy.
Megan, if it works, it works. If they're doing it and they're happy, then it's healthy. What's healthy is what's toxic is damaging. If the kids aren't being damaged and the people in the relationship are being damaged, it's healthy.
That sounds like a dumb relationship to me.
To you and to me, yeah. It sounds a little dumb. Was it on the table? Yeah, it was. Because not every person is fit to be a mother.
I've never heard of
that. But
that.
if I really love the person or I really like the person, like sure, yeah. Absolutely.
But you should want to bring your kids like with your like for me, I would want to have my partner be involved with my kids.
That's for you.
But why would you want to separate that? Why?
Want to. It's not.
That's an unhealthy way to look at it, because when the kids see that, that's like how a relationship should be, like separate like that. It shouldn't be separate. You're a family.
No,
if you date someone with kids, they're a part of the package.
The kids don't see that. What the kids see is I have a mommy and I have a daddy. That's what they see. That's what they see. They have a mom that lives here. They have a dad that lives there.
Okay, but shouldn't they see like their mom or dad happy with somebody?
That's not, no, that doesn't matter. What? So they need to see their parents in a relationship?
It's healthy too.
Oh, okay. I mean, I know people who've been raised by single parents that are doing pretty damn good for themselves.
That's not what I'm saying. Don't twist my words. That's not what I'm saying.
I'm not twisting your words.
You are totally twisting my words. That's not what I'm saying.
I'm not twisting your words. I'm turning them into a situation. The situation is single parent, not in a
Situation
relationship.
doesn't fit for everything.
You're saying that the kids should be able to see their parents in a relationship. I'm saying that there are parents out there who raised their kids as single parents who weren't in relationships, and their kids are doing just fine. They don't. That's a bonus, but it's not a
We've
requirement.
had this conversation before. A lot of people that see more healthy relationships have more healthy relationships because they know what it's supposed to be like. We've had that conversation.
I'll push back and say that people who see less unhealthy relationships have more healthy relationships. If they see if they see relationships that are unhealthy, which is, I'm gonna put my business out there. That is the reason why me and my baby mom split, was because our relationship was unhealthy. Didn't want the kids to see that, right? But if they never saw a relationship again, they would still have two parents that loved the shit out of them, and they would be just fine. That's what they had before I ever got on one, and they were just fine. That's what they had before she got on one, and they were just fine.
I just feel like when you are around it when you're younger, you learn about it when you're younger. When you're not and you're not around it and then you get older, you have to learn that stuff as you get older. You know what I mean? Like, it's like, I don't know. I just feel like it's more healthy. I just feel like it's healthier to see your parent with somebody.
There's some people who do learn about it later in life, and that's okay. I am my wife's first ever relationship. Mm-hmm. She's never had a boyfriend before me. And her first and only relationship, she got married. She's doing just fine.
That's brave.
She's doing just fine. And guess what? Her parents are divorced. So there's no absolutes for this. And there's relationships out there that both people in the relationship are not involved with the kids, especially if the person is not the kids' parents. This is what it is. You typically do see it with older people.
It's just weird to me. It's weird. I don't want to go talk to my mom and be like, hey, Mom, how are you and Tim doing? And never meet the dude. And never meet him.
No,
That's weird.
No. I'm not saying never meet him. I'm saying he's not responsible for them. Tim, you can meet Tim, but you meet him as mommy's boyfriend. But Tim is not your stepdaddy. Tim can't tell you what to do. Tim can't tell you to wash the dishes, or Tim's not responsible for taking you to school or taking you to soccer practice. Tim is just there to be your mom's support. Tim is mommy's boyfriend. And that's okay.
I don't agree with that. I feel like if you're with someone who has kids, you should step into that role when that person is comfortable with it. But I don't know. It's really weird to me.
Yeah, you wouldn't be able to do it. I understand that. You wouldn't do it. Personally, I wouldn't do it either. But I'm not going to judge someone who does it. So, Bartender, let's move on to another question. I do like that question. Who was that question from again, that last one?
Let me check here again. That one was from Jeanette. Jeanette T.
I didn't even get to answer mine. You just... Okay.
You did answer it.
I did not.
Oh, you did? Okay, go ahead, answer it.
So, no, I wouldn't date someone with kids. The question was, would you date someone with kids? No, I wouldn't date someone with kids because I've been in that experience before and I wasn't like one of the top priorities, which to say I understand because they have kids, right? I understand that aspect, but that's not something that I wanted to deal with. I didn't. If I'm with somebody, like, I want to be like a top priority, just like they would be a top priority in my life. And I dated someone with kids, and it's not something I wanted. I didn't like it.
Yeah.
No.
I think, I don't know. I went in, I'm just.
You've dated people. I mean,
No,
I dated
I'm
people
just-
with kids as well. I didn't like the experience, so no, I wouldn't want to.
I'm trying not to hang on your first part, or well, this other part where you said that you want to be someone's first priority. Mm-hmm. I can't say even before I had kids that people who I dated were my first priority.
Top priority.
Yeah, they weren't even my top priority. They were in the top. They were a high on the list of priorities, but they were never like the top priority.
Jasmine's one of your priorities now.
Yeah, but when we first got together, let's say kids weren't even in the equation, she wouldn't be my top priority. It would come my happiness, my work, whatever goals I have, Jasmine. Family actually would probably come before then. Jasmine.
Okay.
But she wouldn't be the top priority.
I'm not saying call, like if I call drop everything, but like there would be situations where I didn't like it, where it's I didn't like having to share. Was it what it basically was? I can deal with you working, I can deal with I can deal with like, family that's not kids or whatever, that type of stuff. Because that's not family going to like having something with your uncle. They're not there every day like a kid would be with you every day on your hip. It's completely different if you have like family stuff. What?
Okay. I mean, everyone's situation is different. I guess I would say my situation is different because I didn't have my kids every day when I was a single dad. But I guess there are single dads out there who do have their kids every day. I don't know. Next question.
I've got one more for you here. And it's on topic still. Same kind of topic.
All right. From who's this from?
This is from Anthony Jr. It's coming in with a hot one.
Do
you want to have kids? And for you, Prentice, since you already have kids, would you want to have more?
I don't care. Okay, when me and Jasmine first got together, it was no. It was a hard no. And then after a conversation I had with a good friend, being a parent is a beautiful thing. And one thing that I will never experience as a man is birth. And if that's something that my wife wants to experience, I just can't selfishly take that experience away from her. So what I told her was, it's up to you. The moment you go, hey, we want to have kids, I'm like, all right, let's do it. Mm-hmm. Well, the moment that you say you never want to have kids, I'm like, all right, let's do it. Like, this is where we're at. But originally, yeah, it was no, because it was like, we came into this relationship with kids because I have my kids. And at some point, I want to be able to do shit with you without having the responsibility of kids. But, I really do enjoy being a father. It's like everything to me.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. So, you're really all for it.
I wasn't admittedly, it's weird. Okay. So like, I am a really driven person with really big goals. So those have always been like my main motivator were goals, like accomplishing the next thing. And even when I had kids, that was still like the top thing for me. But it wasn't until, and I'm not trying to like make myself sound shallow, but I would say it wasn't until like I had my kids more and I could actually really feel like a dad, because, there was a period as a father where I would actually only be able to see my kids 2 days out of a whole month. Mm-hmm. Right. I loved my kids. I loved that time. I made sure anytime I had them for those 2 days, we did something fun. I gave them some type of experience, whatever. But like, and I imagine most men feel like this. Only seeing your kids out of 2 days doesn't make you feel like a dad. It doesn't.
I agree to that. I agree.
You never feel like the benefits.
And if it does, that's a problem. If it
Ooh.
does, that's a problem.
There's some truth in that.
That's 24 days out of the year.
Yeah, you should want to see your kids more. So
it's not even a whole month.
So when I was able to, like with me, because me and the mother of my kids, we kept everything out of the court system. That's how I wanted it. It was really, really ugly to get what I wanted. It took a lot of well articulated arguments in order to get there. And we got there. You know, we had a really good split for a long time, you know, where it was really close to 50-50. And I got to reap all the benefits of being a dad. And I got to feel how impactful I was to these children. And it just made me feel better than any goal I can ever accomplish. So I know that's a long ass winded answer to would I ever want to have kids again. Sorry. I took your spotlight. Go ahead, answer. Your turn.
Yeah, I do want kids. But not until I'm married. I want to get married and be like newlywed and then have kids.
I like that.
That would be my ideal.
That's the right way to do it.
Last call.
Oh, how are you going to tell someone that's the right way to do something? That's what you said earlier.
Statistics.
Oh, okay. Just like...
I'm just going off statistics. Most statistics say that parents who have kids out of wedlock usually... never mind.
Usually what?
They don't raise them kids together. That's what stats say.
Do they raise them right?
And they don't raise them together.
And that's a bad thing, right? The way you react to that is like... It kind of goes with what I was saying earlier.
No, I said both parents are involved, just not their significant others. They have two loving parents, but not their significant others. My kids are fortunate because they have 4 loving parents. They have me, they have their mom, they have Jasmine, they have Devin. They got 4 really good parents, but that's not what's required. 2 is required. So, getting married, having kids, it's a good order. Stats say it's pretty good.
Well, my luck's been good so far.
Yeah.
27.
There we go.
Yeah, 27. No
27,
kids.
locking it down.
28 next month. No kids. Woo! I say that now, and then when I'm like 32, why didn't I have kids?
Nah, you'll be happy. I came to that conclusion too. I was like, you know what?
It's different. It's totally different for a guy than a girl.
Well, I initially told Jasmine, I was like, if we don't have kids before I turn 30, I don't want to have kids. Because like my thought was like,
you're gonna rob her of that experience.
So when I basically was like, you know what, I don't care whether we have kids or not. But my only condition was we had kids before I turned 30. At that time, that was like years ago.
Yeah.
And the whole reason was like I don't want to be 50 years old and still raising kids.
You're always gonna be raising your kids though.
But
you know that.
There's one thing with contributing to adults, but I didn't want to like have like children and still be 50 years old. But like now I don't know, I enjoy being a parent so much I could care less. If I was 50 years old still raising children, I think it would be a
What
blast.
are you talking about? You're going to be coach. You're going to be the coach out there, coaching their football games and all that kind of stuff.
Football games. Yeah, I can't coach football.
Basketball.
I can coach some basketball.
Basketball. Sorry. That's right. You actually coach basketball. Duh.
But no, finish your answer before we get to the last call.
I answered my question. I said yes, and I want to get married first. I want to be a newlywed. Experience that life. I actually really want to travel for like a year after I get married and then settle down and have like a kid.
Okay.
That would be ideal.
Hopefully it happens that way.
I mean, I would hope so. The only thing would be my mom. So it would be depending on everything on that.
Yeah.
And they would go from there.
Yeah. Take her traveling with y'all at one time.
What?
I said take her traveling with y'all one time.
Dude, I would love to go on a trip with her somewhere.
Yeah.
I really, really want to. Maybe for my 30th.
Maybe. All right. Bartender, what's the last call?
All right. Well, gotta be honest. Been watching a bit of anime lately.
Okay.
And so, I was wondering if you could be the protagonist in any anime world, what one would it be?
It'd be Bleach. And I'd be Aizen. He's OP.
You just take that spot, huh? You're just gonna take it.
Absolutely. He's hella OP. He's He's like 3 steps ahead of everybody. Like anytime like something bad happens, he already planned it. It was like meant to happen. And then some good shit happens for him. Like, I don't know. I feel like that's what I'd want to be. Or, you said anime. Damn. I'd totally be the Joker too. The Joker never loses. He never actually loses. If you think about it.
He did in Injustice.
Did he lose?
He died. Superman killed him.
Did he really die?
In their world, he did. I don't know if that would be considered an anime, but like the Injustice thing, yeah, Superman killed Joker because Joker killed. He tricked Superman into killing Lois, and so he killed him, and then that's how he became bad Superman. But I don't know if that's an anime. I don't know.
Yeah, I don't know. It's not. Oh, protagonist, that's a good guy.
Oh, I didn't even catch that. Huh.
A protagonist. I think it said antagonist for some reason.
Oh, you thought I was talking about the bad guy?
Yeah. Oh, if I were to be an antagonist,
I'd be Sailor Moon.
Whew, that's tough.
What was your answer? You just answered?
I would be Sailor Moon. I love Sailor Moon.
Fair.
Sailor Moon, that's a good answer because Sailor Moon don't really even be dealing with some like major issues. Like if you ever go back and watch Sailor Moon, the problems that she has to solve are like not fucking.
They're like normal problems, not these like dramatic
anime
type situations.
Yeah, like not like these world changing, fucking world destroying problems.
She's a teenager.
Yeah,
I
she
would
just
expect
like
her to
solves.
have that.
Yeah, that would be awesome. Because like,
What am I going to wear to the prom? Help.
I would be Inuyasha.
Okay.
I love him. I love that. Those are like my top. I love those. Those are old ones, but
yeah. For different reasons. God, there's so many.
I know. I don't have a lot to pick from because I don't really watch a lot, and I'm horrible with names.
There's so many good ones. There's like some old ones. Like I'm thinking of like Tenchi Muyo, and I would say Tenchi because hella bitches was just all over him. So that was a good.
You would. That would be the reason.
Tenchi Muyo was dope. Shit.
Okay, you got 5 seconds.
5 seconds.
1.
Yeah, I want to be Goku.
2.
Fuck being Goku.
Who doesn't want to be
3.
Goku? Am I right?
4.
I don't want to be Goku.
I mean, come on.
5. I guess it's Goku.
It's not Goku.
Okay, then come on.
It would probably be.
You want to be Naruto?
I'd probably be I'd probably be Lelouch from Code Geass. Because once again, just like Lord Aizen, he's extremely smart. He's like 5 steps ahead. He also has the power of Geass, where I could tell you to do something and you do it. So
it's like hypnosis.
Kinda, but it's like an ancient power that changes like the makeup of your brain.
Sounds like hypnosis to me.
What I want you to do.
That totally sounds like hypnosis.
No, hypnosis
what are you
doesn't
talking
change
about?
the makeup of your brain.
I mean, if you're good enough, it can.
Hypnosis,
Have you seen these movies where they like hypnotize people into thinking
hypnosis,
they
you would
live this whole
remember.
other life?
Hypnosis, you would remember what you did.
That's not a what?
But yeah, hypnosis, you would remember what you did. If I hypnotized you to do something, you would be able to tell me what happened to you after the experience. But with Geass, it doesn't work that way. I could tell you to do something. I could be like, I need you to.
I don't feel like that's true.
I could tell someone to bust it open and they wouldn't even remember that they busted it open.
People use hypnosis for like to help with trauma and stuff, to help like kind of pack that shit away. Pack it away and put it away. So
yeah, but they still remember the experience of the hypnosis. That's why people know it works.
Oh, of the experience of
That's
the
what
hypnosis.
I'm talking about. Like if I use my Geass power, they don't know that it came from me. They don't even remember that it happened. So I could use it to my benefit and be like, make someone do some shit and they can never point it back at me. Like, oh, Prentice made me do it. Like, no. I could be like, rob that bank and run me the money afterwards. And they rob the bank, run me the money, get arrested. Don't even know why they did it.
Do you know what that sounds like to me?
What?
A professional hypnosis. Hypnosis?
You're under...
Specialist? Hypnosis specialist? Hypnotist!
You're so close.
Professional hypnotist. Fucking
Oh, you're slandering the power of Geass.
Just for the record.
I mean, it sounds fancier. It does sound way fancier. They probably say it really cool in the anime.
Just for the record, everyone, Alucard from Hellsing Ultimate.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Okay.
Yep. I have no idea.
Which anime would I gotta ask, Bartender? Which anime would you never want to be a part of?
Ooh, that's a good question.
Never.
For me, it'd be Death Note. I'd never want to be a part of that.
I wouldn't want to be
Ooh,
involved.
that was a good one.
Yeah.
I'm not smart enough. I would be the one getting written in the Death Note, for sure.
I would never want to be a part of Death Note.
I would be dead.
Just too much power.
Yeah. That's just asking for it.
I'd give it to someone else. Yeah. Take it off my hands.
Or Demon Slayer. That just sounds like a lot of work.
Who wants to do all that?
Yeah.
Slay all these demons.
No.
Ridiculous.
I'll pass.
It's a boring anime. If you don't do anything.
That's true. There's some good boring animes. Or good not doing like Slam Dunk. They don't really fight and kill
What's
people.
that? Hey, Bartender. What's the cooking one?
I think it's a Shikugeki no Soma. Food Wars.
Yeah, there we go. I didn't know it just... I only noticed Food Wars.
It's funny because it plays into the things you expect from an anime with all the nudity and stuff like that.
It's hilarious. It's actually really funny.
They stylize the food battles to be beat 'em up battles. It's pretty good.
I bet.
It's actually it's a good show.
Yeah. All right. Well, I think that is a good stopping place. Once again, if you are listening to all this on the streaming services, make sure you follow, make sure you write a review. And if you're watching this on YouTube, make sure that you subscribe, and you want to do that before next week. I'm telling you, because
Wednesday is
some money.
What is that? That would be the 6th. So July 6th. You have by July 6th.
Yeah.
And to subscribe to us, and then once we do that, we will pick. Well, I will pick a winner because I won.
Yeah.
So I will pick a winner, and we will be sending you guys some money.
Some cash money.
I would use it towards gas. Gas is going down though. At least in California.
I ain't seen it.
It's like I drove by. It was like $5.70 at this one gas station.
Shit,
that's still going down. It was like six. It was like $6.10 a week ago.
Shit, I just put it out my head. I just stopped looking. I stopped.
Wait. What are you gonna do? Not use your car? You have to get gas.
No, I just stopped looking at the gas price. I was like, fuck it. Whatever happens, happens.
$20 doesn't get you far anymore.
I just gotta put the money in there. I don't want to look how much. I'm just gonna do it. All right. Well, yep. This is the happy hour. I appreciate everybody for listening once again, and good night.
Bye.